Vincent Calloway, you're under arrest for extortion and civil rights violations.
Wait, this is a setup. You can't do this.
It's okay. Drop the money. Put your hands behind your back now.
A decorated police officer with 15 years on the force thought he was untouchable. Vincent Calloway had perfected a scheme so calculated, so ruthless, that it destroyed lives without leaving a trace. He preyed on the innocent, turned traffic stops into shakedowns, and walked away richer every single time. But arrogance has a price, and Calloway was about to pay it in full. What this corrupt cop didn't know was that his next victim had family in very high places. Right now, we need to pause and say thank you for being here. Merry Christmas, and may you have a prosperous new year. Your support keeps us going, and every view truly matters to us. Before we continue with how Officer Calloway's world came crashing down, we want to hear from you. Where in the world are you watching this from? Drop your city or country in the comments below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and give us a like. Trust us, you'll want to follow this story all the way to the end. Now, let's go back to where it all began. For 15 years, Vincent Calloway patrolled the highways just outside Richmond, Virginia, building a reputation as a hardworking officer who never missed a detail. His superiors praised him. His colleagues respected him. The community saw him as a pillar of law and order. But beneath that polished uniform was a man who had turned his authority into a weapon. Calloway had discovered early in his career just how easy it was to exploit the system. Traffic stops were his hunting ground. He targeted drivers who looked vulnerable, people who wouldn't fight back, people who had something to lose. Young men in older cars, immigrants who barely spoke English, anyone who seemed like they'd pay to make a problem disappear. His method was simple and devastatingly effective. Pull them over for a minor infraction. Demand a search. And when the moment was right, slip a small bag of cocaine or methamphetamine into the glove compartment or under the seat. The accusation always came next. The shock on their faces never got old to him. He'd watch them stammer and protest, knowing that his word carried all the weight. Badge against citizen, authority against desperation. He'd let the fear settle in before offering them a way out. Pay him directly, in cash, and the drugs would disappear. No arrest. No record. No life destroyed. Most of them paid. They emptied their wallets, their bank accounts, whatever it took. Those who refused found themselves in handcuffs, facing charges they couldn't escape. Over the years, Calloway expanded his operation. The planted drugs weren't just props anymore. He started dealing on the side, moving product through a network of low-level dealers who never knew where the supply originated. Money laundering came next. Cash from his shakedowns and drug sales filtered through shell companies and offshore accounts. He bought properties, luxury cars, took vacations that no cop's salary could afford. He justified it all with the same tired logic. He deserved it. He put his life on the line every day. The system owed him. But evil, no matter how carefully hidden, leaves a trail. And Calloway's trail was about to lead straight to his undoing. It was a Tuesday afternoon in late September when Calloway spotted his next target. A silver Honda Accord. Nothing flashy, driving carefully within the speed limit on Route 64. The driver was a young black man in his late 20s, alone, looking like he was heading home from work. Calloway's instincts kicked in immediately. This was the kind of stop that had paid off dozens of times before. He flipped on his lights and pulled the Honda over to the shoulder. The driver, Charles Rivers, rolled down his window with his hands visible on the steering wheel. He'd been taught how to survive encounters like this. Stay calm. Be polite. Don't give them a reason. Calloway approached with his usual confidence, asking for license and registration. Charles handed them over without hesitation. Everything was in order. Everything was legal, but that had never mattered to Calloway before. Calloway claimed he smelled marijuana. It was the lie he always used. Charles protested calmly, explaining he didn't smoke, didn't use drugs, was just driving home from his job at the hospital where he worked as a medical technician. Calloway didn't care. He ordered